IPC. Investment advisory services offered through Avantex Advisory Services. Insurance services offered through Avantex affiliated insurance agency.
This program is furnished by Ready, Set, Go Beyond.
The opinions expressed on the following sponsored program are strictly those of the host, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, its staff, management, or sponsors.
Are you ready to go beyond? Welcome to my show, Go Beyond. I'm your host, Jordana Foster. Each week, I will be showing you how to go beyond your limiting beliefs to take you and your business to the next level. If you're ready to redefine, recommit, reset, and re-engage yourself, this is the time, this is the place. Go beyond. Well, good evening, everyone. It's Tuesday night. You know what that means. It's the Go Beyond show night, and I'm your host, Jordana Foster. So happy to have you. Hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving. You know, as you may know, at the beginning of the year, which was several months ago, as you know, I decided to highlight one key word for each show that would be the word of the day for us to reflect on and really unpack with all of my clients and guests, as well as if I'm doing a coaching or training. Do you have any idea what tonight's word of the day is? What's the word of the day? Any ideas? The word of the day is empathy. And you're going to know why when I introduce my wonderful guest tonight and all that he does and all that he is. It's a wonderful word, and it's so important in our lives, in our worlds, in our businesses, in our relationships now more than ever. So as a business coach, as a leadership communication trainer, as a motivational speaker, I am extremely passionate about helping business owners and entrepreneurs and business professionals to get out of their own way, to get unstuck, and to really find out, to get very clear on what it is that's holding you back, your team back from achieving the goals that you have for your life, for your business, for your career. And I assure you, it's usually more than one thing, okay? And we really need to get clear on that. From virtual and in person, mindset shift workshops and communication and leadership trainings and corporate training programs, okay, designed for business owners, business professionals, team leaders who are ready to take themselves, their communication, their mindset, their performance to the next level, okay, to get the optimal results that they not only desire, but they deserve, okay? Is that you? Do you have those goals and dreams and aspirations of improving yourself and your performance and your communication skills? So now more than ever, having a thinking partner, an accountability partner, a business coach to help guide you through these uncharted waters that we're still all trying to figure out and navigate, aren't we? To help you think not only strategically, but creatively. And that is so important, the creative aspect, okay? It's not a luxury anymore to have a business coach and a mentor. It is an absolute necessity. It is a game changer to move you and your business or your career forward. So if you're ready, and I mean really ready, to go beyond limitations and expectations, to go beyond the excuses, contact me for a complimentary 45-minute lunch and learn for you and your team, or a complimentary 45-minute discovery session if you're an executive or business owner or team leader. Contact me at readysetgobeyond@gmail.com. Like and message me on Facebook at Ready, Set, Go Beyond, or contact me on my website, johnmaxwellgroup.com/Jordana Foster. You know, if you want to grow your business, if you want to advance in your career, this is what you need to realize. You need to grow yourself first. It starts from within. It starts with you. Many people don't realize that. It's time for you to step up, show up, and never give up. It's time for you to go beyond. So I'm so excited to welcome my amazing guest and contributor. There you are, Matthew Bodkin, President and CEO of Building Financial Solutions, which is a private wealth management firm. Matt, welcome back. It's so great to see you.
Hey, Jordana. Good to see you. Hi.
Wonderful. It's always such a pleasure having you here, and all of your knowledge and expertise with the financial industry and everything, but we're really going to unpack another aspect to this, and I'm so excited to share this conversation and get the ball rolling with this. So, in our last segment together, Matt, we discussed the many different phases of our lives and the vital role that a financial advisor can play in each of those different phases and stages, and that every phase requires different planning for different needs, right? And so when we were talking, you had mentioned that inheritances was definitely the logical next progression after talking about those different stages and the different ages that we keep hitting. And so when we talk about those stages and phases and inheritances, it leads into conversations about planning for the future, future passing, future situations, a loss of a loved one, and difficult conversations that need to be had. And so, Matt, you talked about when somebody unfortunately loses a loved one, that they're feeling alone. Not just that they are alone, but the feeling of being alone and feeling overwhelmed with emotions and what's next. And I'd love for you to talk about not only the feeling of helplessness, but that what can somebody do in those situations when they're trying to help those friends and loved ones who may be experiencing those losses? That's something that you explained so well, and I would love for you to go into that for us if you can share that with us, please.
Sure. So, when a person loses a loved one, whether it's a spouse or a parent or a family member, the community wants to be there for you, right? They want to be there to support you and help you, and or if you know someone that this happens to, you want to be there for them. But I've uncovered a communication gap that does not connect the person that wants to be there for the person that has just lost someone. Jordan, I'll give you an example.
Yes, please.
This will make it easier to understand. If you know someone that has lost a family member, a spouse or a parent, what is it you would say to them after they've lost someone?
Usually, how sorry I am for their loss, and is there anything that I can do for them?
You're sorry for their loss, and is there anything I can do? Those are the most common responses to helping someone, but that does not connect appropriately to the person that's just lost a loved one. When you say I'm sorry for someone to someone, their reaction is, well, it's not your fault. It's okay. They're trying to console you as the person that wants to help them, right?
Right.
And the second issue is when you say, if there's anything I can do, let me know, you mean it. You want to be there for this person. The problem is that person doesn't know what to ask for. They're completely alone. They're lost. They're shocked. They're grieving, and they're not in a position to ask. So how often do you think it is that someone asks for something for help?
Very rarely.
Rarely, even after you're offered. But you want to help them, right? You
Right.
want to find a way to help this person that has lost a family member or spouse. And so we have found a way to bridge that gap and to help people connect better with a family or friend, and to be there for them, to support them.
So, talking about how we can help them, and I personally can't, but you can, and you've come up with an amazing, very valuable tool. And I think that I would like for you to share this because this is a way, everyone who's listening and watching, this is a way when you want to help, but you don't know how, or you don't know what they need. This is a wonderful way to reach out to that person who's lost a loved one that could help create some logic or next step, which is what Matt does. So can you share with everybody what it is that you've created that you're offering? Because I think it's an incredible and very valuable tool that friends and loved ones can offer those that need this and they don't realize they need it.
Sure. So as we mentioned, a person feels alone. They're emotionally overwhelmed. They don't know where to start or what to do. And, wanting to be there for people, as a human being, we found a checklist. It's a checklist that helps organize the thoughts of a person that has lost a loved one. It's actually called How to Handle the Death of a Loved One checklist, and it lays out the steps of what to do. What do you do first? What do you do second? In order as to what to do. And it's a checklist that I use for my own family, my own friends, for people that have lost a loved one. Instead of saying, is there anything I could do? Let me know. I ask them, I say, hey, I have a tool, a checklist that may be able to help you. Is this something of interest to you? And if it is, I send it to them. And if not, then they can take care of what they need to take care of without it. But I find it's a way to organize a person's thoughts at a time of extreme grieving and shock, and to not know what to do next or how to proceed. I think it's a great way to organize thoughts in a time of shock.
That's incredible. And you're actually offering this to this checklist, if you will. You're offering this that you offer to also your clients and friends and family, but you're offering it to the viewers and listeners. So how can they access that this valuable tool, this checklist for those that have lost a loved one? And this is your way, if you want to help, to be able to ask if they could benefit from this, because I'm sure that they can. So how can they access this amazing checklist that you have that is so valuable?
So my company is Building Financial Solutions. So the website is the name, buildingfinancialsolutions.com. And we have a products and services tab. And if a person goes to the inheritances section there, at the bottom there's a resource, and they can just go online and pull it. And it's a way of connecting with the community to have that checklist. And I personally keep that on my desktop or in a safe file. And I suggest to my friends and colleagues that they do that as well, and they can download it right from the website, the checklist, and you can see the right under the resource of inheritances.
And there's no cost for that. You're offering that complimentary, right?
Right. Yep.
And the other thing that I want to share, that Matthew is also offering a consultation. So for that friend or loved one that just experienced this horrible loss, if they're having a difficult time navigating that checklist and they need someone who is trained and knowledgeable and has the expertise, he's also offering a consultation as well. And they can reach you at buildingfinancialsolutions.com, right? Or the phone number. You can say that again, please.
So if somebody needs me, they can call me, right? They don't have to, but the checklist is a tool. And then if they want to call me, I'm happy to help. I believe in giving time. And I don't charge for that kind of time. And my phone number is 954-771-0100. That's 954-771-0100 and buildingfinancialsolutions.com.
Wonderful. Now, before we go to a break, I want to talk a little more. You have a story, when the stories you've shared with me that I would love for you to share with the audience. When you're talking about a client that you've helped, and recently you were helping a client that unfortunately suffered a loss of a family member, and they had piles of paper all around them. And I'd love for you to at least, the word is empathy, and I think that really describes who you are, not just as a person, but how you are also within your business as a financial advisor. And I think that they usually don't go together. So I would love for you to share this story, and then we're going to continue after the break.
So I identified how alone people really feel after the community comes together and tries to offer their help and don't. A couple weeks after, people feel totally alone. And I was connected to someone who had lost a spouse, that I was able to sit down and go through papers and this person being totally alone. Usually people, the normal response is, people are very alone. They're still grieving. They have to go through all the papers totally alone on their own. Right. Or this person was able to work with me, and we were able to sit down together and develop something more than a financial advisor relationship, a friendship, a unique relationship that's hard to describe. And so I was there with her, going through paperwork, going through things with humor, and making it, more fun. And this person was not alone. And the value that gets created by having a friend and an advisor with a person, in their home or working on different things is just invaluable. It really is an incredible experience.
And that story, how many people do we all know that were alone going through all of that? And you could have benefited. They could have benefited from having that friendship. When do you ever hear about the friendship? Somebody getting down on the floor and going through the papers and talking about memories and really helping all of that. That's the empathetic and understanding and supportive piece of what Matthew Bodkin at Building Financial Solutions can offer you or a family member or a friend in that time of need. So Matthew, thank you so much. We're going to continue this very, very important conversation. Again, if you want to get for a friend or family member that checklist, which is so valuable, contact Matthew Bodkin at buildingfinancialsolutions.com, and it's on the website. It's free of charge, and it is of value to you and somebody to help them through. Matthew Bodkin, we're going to be right back with Building Financial Solutions. I'm Jordana Foster with the Go Beyond Show. Be back here in just a minute to talk more about inheritances and how you can help somebody else handle the loss of a loved one. Thank you so much. See you in just a minute.
Does your pool have a leak? Pool leaks can be extremely costly, mostly because many homeowners don't realize the difference between normal evaporation and a leak. With over 20 years of expertise, LeakWorks provides premier leak detection, repair and pool equipment for pools, spas, and fountains. We've performed thousands of leak detections and repairs for both residential and commercial swimming pools throughout South Florida. We provide comprehensive leak detection using the latest state-of-the-art ultrasonic equipment to dive pools. We specialize in leak detection and repairs, skimmers, pumps, filters, main drains, heaters, lights, saltwater systems, and so many more. Call us at 954-629-3654 or email us at leakworksflorida@gmail.com to set up an appointment. Honest, reliable, dependable, licensed, and insured. LeakWorks. When it comes to pools, we have the tools and expertise to get the job done right.
Concierge Software creates technology to help small and medium-sized businesses save time and money. Concierge Software sets up the IT infrastructure, which includes your computer, telephone, cloud system, network, email, and security. Concierge Software can help you with business automation by developing software, providing accounting software with Sage Intacct, setting up online sales and e-commerce, and customizing apps. Call Concierge Software at 954-874-9093 or concierge.com. Concierge Software, IT to help you work smarter.
At Building Financial Solutions, we understand that finances, inheritances, and retirement can be stressful, overwhelming, and complicated, and we simplify it together. We guide you through the process of preparing for today and tomorrow. We specialize in investments, inheritances, rollovers, annuities, retirement, estate planning, and insurance. Contact us for a complimentary consultation at 954-771-0100 or on our website, www.buildingfinancialsolutions.com. Building Financial Solutions, simplifying finance. Securities offered through Aventex Investment Services, member FINRA and SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through Aventex Advisory Services. Insurance services offered through Aventex affiliated insurance agency.
You've been listening to Go Beyond. If you want to be part of the show as a guest, highlighting your business, or you would like more information about the content of the show, email me at readysetgobeyond@gmail.com or share your thoughts and call me at 888-565-1470. Welcome back to the Go Beyond Show. I would like to thank first LeakWorks, which is your expert in pool leak detection and pool repair and all kinds of repairs for your pools. Residential and commercial, over 25 years in the business, licensed and insured. Contact leakworks.com. Also, Conceat Software, IT services, software and development and business automation, IT to help you work smarter and not harder. And don't we need to do that? And of course, Building Financial Solutions, a private wealth management firm that helps you simplify finance. Remember, your friend in finance, and we all need to simplify finance now more than ever. So I'm back. Thank you so much with Matthew Bodkin from Building Financial Solutions, CEO and President, and we are talking all about inheritances and also the importance of how we can help those that have lost a loved one. And, you know, Matt, interestingly enough, when it comes to choosing a financial advisor, we have some choices. And I know that we were talking, you and I'd like you to go into this a little bit about the difference between a bank and financial institution versus when we can call a friend or a family member and what the difference is, because with that financial advisor and that institution, you're getting the expertise, but you're missing something.
Sure.
Usually.
So oftentimes when people lose a loved one, right, they don't necessarily know what to do, but eventually they have to deal with all the things that come with losing a family member, right? And so either usually people will call a bank or a financial professional, and it's kind of cold, right? They're usually professionals. They are, there to logically walk through certain things, but they're missing a closeness or relationship to assist with emotional support, right? Because when we lose someone, we're missing that emotional support. So we'll go to the bank. That's what people think to do when they've lost somebody. However, it's missing something, right? Or people will rely on a family member or friend, and they'll call in a friend that will try to sit there and be there emotionally, but this person is not trained in finance,
Right.
And so I identified that, and so what if you could have a friend in finance that is trained in finance but can go through everything with you and be there for you both emotionally and with a sense of logic.
And isn't it nice that we don't have to choose? We don't have to sacrifice. And that's the distinction. That's what we want really for all of you to understand, that you don't need to choose between having the expertise and the knowledge and someone who's trained and not having the empathy and the understanding and support. You get both of them with Matthew Bodkin at Building Financial Solutions. And it's time for us, believe it or not, to wrap it up. So I want for you to share how the viewers and the listeners can access and get their hands on that valuable checklist for how to handle the loss of a loved one. How can they get that from you, Matt?
So if they go to the website, buildingfinancialsolutions.com, that's buildingfinancialsolutions.com, under the products and services tab is inheritances. On that page is the resource checklist, how to handle a death of a loved one, an invaluable tool I use all the time.
It's invaluable. It's a gift from Matt to all of you. No cost. And there's also a consultation if you know someone that needs to be heard and listened to and directed, and to help navigate that. Matt Bodkin from Building Financial Solutions can bring that expertise and knowledge along with the empathy, along with the understanding, support, and being that friend in finance. Matt, it's always a pleasure to have you share your gift with everyone and how you can help everyone at such a difficult time of need. And it is quote time, and the word of the day is empathy. Empathy is patiently and sincerely seeing the world through the other person's eyes. It is not learned in school. It is cultivated over a lifetime. Albert Einstein. And that is what Matt Bodkin at Building Financial Solutions can do for you or a family member. It is an absolute pleasure. It's never enough time, but I appreciate you coming back here to share your knowledge, your expertise, and your empathy and understanding, Matt. Thank you so much for touching upon this very important topic. I want to thank you all so much. I'm Jordana Foster with the Go Beyond Show. You can catch us here every Tuesday night at 7:30 p.m. live on Facebook at Ready, Set, Go Beyond and WWNN. Matt Bodkin, Building Financial Solutions, thank you so much. Have a wonderful evening, everyone. Thank you for watching Go Beyond. Tune in next week as we continue to explore effective ways to help you go beyond your limiting beliefs to unlock your true potential to thrive personally and professionally. Learn how to take you and your business to the next level. Contact me at readysetgobeyond@gmail.com. Like and share my video, because sharing is caring. Contact me at 305-753-6758 or go to my website at readysetgobeyond.com.
The opinions expressed on the preceding sponsored program were strictly those of its hosts, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, its staff, management, or sponsors.
Securities offered through Aventex Investment Services, member FINRA and SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through Aventex Advisory Services. Insurance services offered through Aventex affiliated insurance agency.
Welcome to your vacation staycation.